age of CES coming into the first couple of years of League of Legends.
Meliodas was crazy,
Meliodas
man.
was insane.
Yeah.
CES was pretty much the stronghold team coming into these competitions, and now with those changes into composition, it's a little bit more difficult for them to be able to match up against these titans.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that this is gonna be different moving forward, especially for CES. So I hope that they would be able to find that. I'm not sure if they're gonna find that those wins, those victories against Roster.Y, because Roster.Y is just a different beast right now at the start of the season.
Yeah, Roster.Y recently has shown up really strong, especially considering going back into season 1 as well. They were one of the favorite APAC teams, and the Evelyn is banned away. And the thing is, KT Roster.Y doesn't want to let loose on the Lee Sin.
As you said, they're gonna be taking the Lee Sin themselves, and Daw wants to show us how it's done. Yeah. Kha'Zix was something that I was expecting though for Roster.Y, but the Lee Sin is very welcome. If CES picks up this Aatrox, there was not a lot of Aatrox that has been successful yet, at least now in the first week of WRLA.
Not that much success, but the thing is, I think they need some more frontliners, and I think Aatrox is not the best answer, but a good answer. You know, it fits. It's not perfect, but it's compatible, right? Because the thing is, they have Akali, they have Kai'Sa, and these two champions are really squishy, and could just die out of proportion, especially considering you have two ADCs.
Wait,
but
what?
Janna coming in.
Remember, this is the Janna that was buffed recent, or at least changed recently. They even pick up a Leona. Gragas is open.
This is totally different game, and I think coming into CES, going into Janna, I think I remember one of the interviews that Autolus did with the coach of G2 Blacklist, right? On to Coach TG, that Janna is not that strong, but some people use it. Now, can
she's playable?
Prove us wrong?
She's playable, but because of how very centric we are on the ADC meta, that is something that could work. If it was during the Bruiser meta, which was last season, during the start of last season, that could have worked, because one Monsoon could push everyone away. But now, we do have two ADCs. They have enough range to reach Janna.
100%. And I think that also goes down into like the similarity of going into Gragas, why it's so favorable when it comes to these disengages, because Janna is similar when it comes to that playstyle, but the thing is, the knockback is in place. It's not that long range explosive cast that can go and disrupt the whole flow of a team fight. Janna is a little bit more centric to herself, so I think that's something that we have to take note coming into game number 2. Can CES perform well with this utilization of the support?
Yeah, during the start of this, Cerberus needs to make use of that mid-game. One mid-game mistake could potentially cost them the game. So now, they should show us that during this game 2. CES versus Roster.Y. We're back to game 2.
So we're back to game number 2. But something that I'm afraid of, right? We've mentioned about the mid-game that CES has to utilize. They have to play really well when it comes to this mid-game. But the thing is, there's a fear factor that we have for KT Roster.Y. Why? Because they have Lee Sin, right? Because coming into Daw, if Daw performs really well with these early game engages, considering how he played in game number 1 with these jungle camps, invade.
What is Daw doing again?
Daw!
Oh my.
Daw's just gonna wreak havoc coming into the early game.
This is the problem when you have an Aatrox, right?
Yeah.
You have an Aatrox, yes, you have some wave clear, but Lee Sin is very well known for doing just that, just denying a lot of space. Oh no, now they know that Lee Sin went to that jungle, so they have ideas, they have vision.
Yeah, they have information. I think that's really crucial, especially considering you have an Aatrox jungle coming into Cerberus, and you have a Lee Sin jungle for the opposite side.
That is not going to hit, and that is going to be a hard time for them. They have some tornadoes coming in, but Genza has been stunned. Zero is going to be backing away. That's a lot of damage from Genza.
That's so much of a damage coming from Genza and Akano. The power of... This is the power of Janna. You know, the early game, the double tornado with so much skills in her utilization, this is her power. And they really need that when it comes to like really pushing Genza up to that 3 item power spike for all her skills to be able to be upgraded.
Yeah. they don't have a lot of engage. That's one of my problems though with the composition right here. But snip coming in from Rattel as expected. He is very well deserved when it comes to this. Now we're seeing Taco in the top lane using an Ornn. So this is a lot of changes coming in from CES, something that I am not really sure of, this composition that they have now. So the question here is, what CC are we expecting from them except for the Horn of the Forge God and the knockoff from Taku? These champions that they have need a lot of CC in order for them to stick to targets.
The thing is, I know you have a different thought, but the thing is, I like these trades. Because I think coming into this perspective, Taku versus Rattel into the top lane, Taku's not going to win. Because that's pure that we're talking about. We have also that Lee Sin as the early game champion. But the thing is, having that CC tool...
That could have been really smart if that worked, but no, it didn't. In the end, that was a kill. He's going to be running away here. He's going to be pulled back. Oh no! He was a bit faster than expected.
Like, having that CC tool on the top side, I think is much better for CES. Just having that potential for the Horn of the Forge God coming in from Cerberus, having a lot more capabilities into that team fight engage instead of having Taku in the Renekton and having that 1v1 type of playstyle.
Yeah, right. I mean, this is something hard. Look at the replay though. Taco could have been a really smart play, but the tower wasn't able to focus him really easily there in the early parts of that fight. Genza is gonna be chased down. Kaisa doesn't have a lot of damage during this early game, but getting that tornadoes are just very crucial for them to survive this fight.
100%. It's just a little bit of these trades coming here in port for Genza, Akeno, and Zero Acrobat. This is already to be expected coming from the bottom lane, but now we're closely approaching that 4-minute mark, so soon enough we could expect these dual laners to come into the mid lane in hopes for that first objective. But once again, Daw is showing who's boss here in the early game.
The early game, he does have a lot of advantage though, but Y1 has already been farming a lot of minions already at this point. Level 6 closing down to level 7, and we are still really 1 minute before we go into the first objective that we have. Look at how fast BMM could just really kite them out in the mid lane. Y1 can go to the bot lane.
Yeah, and I like your P9 because you mentioned Y1 already level 6, but Lee Sin from a while ago still at level 5. So that level difference is a little bit too much, and I think that is also one of the reasons why we don't see Daw being as proactive as expected here in the early game.
Yeah, because he needs... Look at what he's doing right now. Look at the map. He's already on the other side of the jungle already because he knows that Y1 is here in the bot side of the map. World Ender is going to be used. Nobody's going to be hit. They're taking their time, though. This is going to be a crazy fight. Akeno does hype them in soon. Luna's going to be backing away, but the damage coming in from Genza is enough to get the kill on him. Is Daryl going to be next? Because Y1 needs to finish this kill if ever they want to make this worth it. No more killer instinct. Y1 needs to back away. Acrobat is going to flash in. No more flashes for a lot of dismembers, but they're not going to get anything out of that.
BMM is here as well, so they have to retreat. They cannot fight up against CES, so good thing coming in from Cerberus. This is their power a while ago. They know how to play the early game, and so far Cerberus is showing why they have that possibility and have that potential to take it. Now it's all about capitalizing this early game advantage, and I like how Y1 did it. It seemed like Y1 went back to retreat, but the thing is, he went into the tri-brush, waited for the perfect timing for KT.RY to be stuck under the turret, with CES having the wave pushing under the turret as well.
Yeah, Acrobat really had a good potential there, but because he doesn't have a good spot, because the enemies are running away, it's not going to be easy to get a good blade collar out of that. But they still got the dragon in the end, which is something good. This tower in the mid lane is going to fall just because of this Rep Herald, but they're still defending.
Oh, you still have that ultimate ready. Dragon's Rage could be the game changer.
Gonna be chasing them down. Lightning Crash was used a while ago. Kick! A mistake there! And Y1 would be able to survive. They have the Lightning Crash in front. They are gonna go in. Genza's gonna be next. They have the Horn of the Forge God. And as we said, they don't have any CC to stop them.
And now, you still have BMM still trying to get this fight. Taku goes for the knockoff.
Got the knockoff and Acrobat. That's not a lot of damage, so BMM is gonna be next. And he's not gonna kill Acrobat.
That was just too close, and now Cerberus lost their advantage coming in from that fight. It's now KT.RY who has the 2k gold lead.
Oh man, again, this is what happens. After the first objective, KT.RY is gonna find some kills, and because CES became a bit too impatient, they didn't really need to take that fight. And because they did, they lost a lot of their members.
It's just too much aggression. They don't have to do that. They already had the Rift Herald coming into the mid lane. Yes, they want to just babysit Shelly coming into the mid lane turret to get the tower first, but the thing is, they don't have to force it. They don't have to overextend. That just gave KT.RY that possibility and that potential to just go in with a response coming in from the rest of the crew. That gave them so much kills in the end.
Yeah, and it's gonna be really hard now. Bloodthirster is already built on a Zeri. That is something hard to deal with later on. You're not gonna be able to kill that Zeri now just because he built the first item.
Yeah, 100%. And that is like one of the first item expectations for Zeri, because Zeri overall, for the viewers watching at home, is a really, really squishy champion, and you needed that extra layer of sustainability coming into these fights. And now with the Bloodthirster available already coming into the ADC of KT.RY, it's going to be much more easier for him to be able to just deal damage and just go
and also Bloodthirster is just so OP right now. That's why everybody's just going for the first build, pick the Bloodthirster up and just sustain the early game and wait for you to get the second, third item before you fight for real.
And now KT.RY having that advantage. This is supposed to be the playstyle that CES has to do a while ago. You know what? Not go for the overextension. Play it really, really safe and just wait for the right opportunity for the opposing side to overextend. This is what CES has to do, but KT.RY just did it better.
Yeah, RY just got it. He's gonna be chasing down Dog. Genza is gonna be able to follow through. That's gonna be a kill. He still has a killer instinct. That's why he didn't really try to flash.
Yeah, they needed that. Genza needed that to just be able to stack up more gold, get the turret into the mid lane, and just have that massive gold injection onto this specific player. We've mentioned already that Kai'Sa needs that 3-item power spike for all of her skills to be upgraded.
Yeah, we're still gonna go for an Ice Soul this game, so it's almost the same as what happened in game 1. Look at the aggression coming in from Zero.
Luna.
Here comes Luna. They're waiting for the lightning crash before they actually go in. Genza dealing so much damage. Featherstorm was used. Y1 still backing away, being chased down by Luna, but he's really, really fast together with that Janna.
Yeah, I like what CES did there. Like, they saw a glimpse of Ratel coming into the mid lane as well. You saw Daw already come back up from the respawner, so that's just a really good retreat. Luna versus BMM.
Yeah. Look at how Luna is winning this fight, right? You don't expect a Zeri winning a fight against an Akali, but the gank is gonna come in the bot lane. But here on the top side, there might be an answer back. Ratel, they have the Horn of the Forge God against him. It's just gonna be pushing them away in the bot lane fight. As we said, Infinity has happened already.
Yeah, that's really nice coming in from CES, from Taku. Just the one thing, that safety net coming from Genza, using the Horn of the Forge God. Yes, it is the ultimate, but the thing is, they have to do that. Genza is pretty much the carry of Cerberus at the moment, so they really just have to babysit Genza from here on forward to be able to get that power spike. Taku
kick against Taku, very tanky at this point in the game. They're not gonna be able to get the kill there for sure. But right now, from what we're seeing, we're still waiting for the second objective before we see another turnaround on that scale that we have for both of our teams.
And now looking at the replay, it is Luna versus BMM. But the thing is,
Akeno
is there. Why wasn't it there? It was a 3v1. There's just no escape.
Yeah, he had nothing to do there. He thought that it's gonna be a 1v1. If that was a 1v1, he could have won that.
Oh, no doubt, right? It was Luna who has the HP advantage, who has the kill advantage as well. More items for Luna overall without 1v1, so there's just too much potential. But the thing is, quick response coming from CES. This is what they need.
Look at this, though. Already starting. From what we're seeing from Y1, he really wants to start this fight as fast as they could. Genza, Daw is out here, but the exhaust is going to be stopping him. He's not going to be able to move, and he's killed.
And that's just really good. CES now has...
And we are back, everybody. We're already in the game. What happened? Okay, wait.
Huh? Daw's alive.
Wait, what?
Daw's alive. But the thing is, this is what we mentioned a while ago, right? See, KT.RY just couldn't take it anymore, and they just have to look for somewhere else to take gold at the very least to match up the pace.
Wait, how did that happen? Okay, so Daw died. Was there a fight that happened even before this? I want to backtrack on what happened before that. So I need to see Lee Sin's death. If Daw died, yeah, that could have happened. Or they might have resetted everything just because of that kill that happened.
They rolled it back. They rolled it back a bit to when Daw's still alive. Because I feel like it's still, you know what, really unfortunate he was moving forward. But nevertheless, we're already back into the game. Now KT.RY engage.
Yeah, gonna go for the fight though, and Luna already has a lot of damage, and even though they got the dragon a while ago, they still are very strong.
And this is what we have mentioned a while ago. They have to look for for another place, another source of gold to just bring back their advantage from losing the Infernal Drake onto CES. And I think the answer to that is pushing on top side, having a Zero and DAW shadow Luna.
Yeah, even though they haven't won a lot of this, the dragon that happened a while ago, one of the good things about Roster Y is their ability to find something on the map that they can go for, especially this objective in the mid lane. Once they saw that BMM also backed away, tried to help out the top lane, and even Genza goes to the top side, they found the opportunity to take the tower in the mid lane.
Yeah, and that is the power of KT Roster Y. Just the amount of capabilities to go macro plays into this game just allows them to gain gold from nowhere. They gain gold coming in from the mid lane turret because they lost the Infernal Drake. They just have to do that consistently to not be able to give the breathing space that CES wants.
CES really needs to do something about this. So, I mean, Genza is already in a healthy state right now, and this is what I like about Genza. You always can depend on Genza on the side of Cerberus Esports, but especially in this point that it's going to be crucial that they need to take this Baron. The mid game here is where they lost a while ago. When it comes to this midpoint of the game, this is where CES fumbles. So they need to find a way to make use of this mid game, or at least evolve their gameplay to win in this mid game. Here they come, Roster Y top side.
That's 3-man rotation coming from KT Roster Y, and CES has understood their assignment that, you know what, their ward was removed by Lee Sin. So they have to play it a bit more safe. They go for the face check onto the Baron Nashor. No one's starting it up as of yet. That's good information being taken away or being taken in by CES.
Yeah, look at that. Horn of the Forge God was used already, and the Further Storm was there. Zero also helped out with the ult, but right now, they still haven't found any kills.
Yeah, and that's really good. You know, 2 for 2 ultimate. But the thing is, I think it's a little bit more of a deficit coming in from Acrobat, because the thing is now they understand that Feather Storm is not available coming in from Acrobat, so now they can pressure in a little bit. Taku.
Yeah, Taku gonna go in. Okay, they're not gonna follow through with that. Ratzel got a tower in the bot lane. Infinity, the towers are falling.
Yeah, and KT Roster Y, it is as we have expected it to be. Luna
made a bit of a mistake there, but Zero is there to help him out. He still has the Solar Flare in just a bit. Luna is going to be stunned, and that's a great stun, but Luna is still not going to survive.
Really unfortunate. Now Luna just overextended coming in for that fight. Zero can't do nothing, and now CES was able to get 1 kill, and that just enables them to go into the Baron Nashor fight.
They're going to go for the Baron. Zero is still here, but everybody's just going to the bot lane. They're going to be taking this inhibitor after that, and because of that call, that inhibitor turret on the bot lane is going to fall down.
Now, I don't think this is really a bad situation coming from KT Roster Y. Yes, CES got the Baron Nashor, but the thing is, the wave is pushing in mid lane. The wave is pushing in the bottom lane. They're able to take a lot of turrets on top of that, so I think it's really just an even level playing field coming into KT Roster Y, getting those turrets, getting the inhib in bot lane, in trade for the Baron Nashor.
Yeah, that's still good though. They still got the Baron Nashor in the end, which is something that you always would want to have. Second tier turrets are still alive on the side of Roster Y. They can still defend this even with the Baron buff on the side of the CES.
Yeah, the only thing that they have to do at the moment is to just burn the Baron buff coming from CES. Just to clear down the wave. They have Luna, they have Acrobat to just play this out. You also have Fiora on Rattel. You also have Lee Sin to be able to just match it up. Horn of the Forge God is going to be there. The knockup is going to be on Zero. This mid lane turret is not going to stay for long. And that's going to be it. Look at Rattel top side. And look at Do as well. He is going in for the interception on the wave in the mid lane.
But is that enough though? That's not enough. That tower in the mid lane is still gonna fall. This Baron has really stepped its boundaries and was able to help out CES stay alive in this game.
But the thing is, it's a 1-for-1 turret trade. You have Rattel pushing down on top lane. They got the tier 2 turret. Lee Sin or Daw was able to cut the wave in the mid lane. So overall, that's really, really good from KT Roster Y.
Yeah, Roster Y still got the advantage there, but still really close to the gold gap. And they're not going to be able to contest this Mountain Drake that's coming up. You still have 2 minutes before the next dragon is going to come up, the Elder Drake. No soul is going to be given to anybody.
Yeah, that's really unfortunate. They're coming in from KT Roster Y. They lost Mountain Drake. You still have, you know, the wave still pushing in, coming into the mid lane for CES, but they held back really, really well.
Yeah, they're gonna be chasing down Zero. Here comes the Horn of the Forge God, gonna slow them down. Zero's gonna be dead here, and that is another knock-up together with the Tornado! They got the Feather Storm. Acrobat is gonna fly away, and Luna can't even deal with this fight that's happening right now.
And now Luna is in danger. Akali!
Yeah, Luna's gonna be fighting against the Akali. They have the slowdown, they have the exhaust. BMM might lose here. Has the Shuriken flip. Oh! One more shot, but he's not gonna survive.
Within inches of death there, the Void Seeker almost got him down. Now Dog just has that information that CES is rotating over the top quadrant jungle. And they have to be wary. Rattel is just out of proportion.
They got vision where he is. Rattel gonna be running away. Still gonna go to the top side of the map. They have no vision of where he is, but they're still gonna go in. They do have the flashing of the Void Seekers, and the Tornado, nothing hit him.
That's really close coming from KT.RY. That TP, or well, that recall coming through from Fiora just enabled him to retreat, so no kills secured by CES. And thus far, even level playing field when it comes to gold, CES has the advantage when it comes to Dragon, but KT.RY has the advantage when it comes to Spirit.
3 items on most of the carries on both sides, and double ADCs would have the advantage here as long as they get to the late game. And so far we have seen it in action, though. BMM struggling to even try to get a kill on both of the back line of WRL, so CES would need to get that challenge in their favor, because now CC is gonna be king at this part of the game.
Yeah, and speaking of CC, this is what we have mentioned, and this is what I like about the competition of CES. They have Taku on the Ornn instead of Akino. So that just lets Akino focus on being the Enchantress coming in from CES, being, you know, the support champion coming in for these ADCs for CES as well. So I really like the change.
Yeah, both side of our map is pushing for the side of CES here, so they have advantage when they go to the Elder Dragon. But from what's happening right now, look at where they are. CES is already starting this. Y1 is already starting on the Drake. They have vision and Mark. They might be a bit too late here. So Zero, okay, here it comes. Daw is gonna be coming in. They have 4k HP. They might be able to chase this out. He might be able to get the steal here. Pushes him back. Still the Elder Dragon in the end. WRL got this in the bag just because they got the Elder Drake. Daw is still alive, but in just a bit, Horn of the Forge God is gonna be there. Nobody's not gonna get knocked up, and they stole the Elder Drake. KT.RY changed the tide of the game with just that steal, with just one smite. And CES cannot fight up against KT.RY now that they have the Elder Drake. That just changed the whole game for WRL. This is gonna be their game. This is gonna be their Baron. Because if they try to take the fight against an Elder Drake buffed WRL at this point in the game, they're just gonna get melted by Luna.
Yeah, they could just turn around. KT.RY doesn't have to commit onto the Baron. Y1 now going in.
Yeah, Acrobat got damaged by the Darkened Blade. Knockups are gonna happen. Look at the back line, though. A Candle might fall here. That's gonna be the Lightning Crash coming in from Luna. But Luna is tanking up a lot of damage coming in. And this is gonna be bad. It's gonna go in. Perfect execution to go for the outplay. And BMM saves a Candle.
Oh my word. CES came back. They defeated Rattel. They brought down Luna. And just brought it down to an even level playing field once again. There's no more advantage coming in from KT.RY. Yes, they still have the Elder Drake, but with a numbers advantage coming in from CES, it doesn't matter. They cannot take the Baron.
It's a trade. They have a chance here. 20 seconds on the clock before both of these players would be able to survive. So now they're taking their time. WRL even trying to play it safe. They still have the Elder Drake buff, but it's gonna be expiring in just a bit.
Yeah, it's a really difficult time for both these teams. So one more fight will change the whole game. But so far, this is a lot of deficit coming in from KT.RY if this prolonged, right? Because of the Lee Sin as their jungler, because it really falls down. Yes, they compensated it with the double ADCs, but we still have to be wary of Y1's champion on the Aatrox. This is going to be really difficult to match up on an even level playing field when it comes to jungle individual matchup.
Yeah. Especially in a 1v1, even Luna wasn't able to win the 1v1 against Y1. So, what we can see here is that how Daw is going to be struggling, especially in this part of the game, because he won't really have enough damage here. Horn of the Forge God knocks up 3. Kenza's going to go in. Look at the dash away. Acrobat is not going to survive an execution for BMM. Hence the life of their carry. And Rattel is still on the bot lane. They still have a Guardian Angel on Daw. Are they going to be surviving? No, they're not. 5 members still alive. Really strong. Rattel is here, yes, but is that gonna be enough for them to win? That's gonna be it. CES could turn this side around, and this is gonna be their win. Do they have the time? Do they have the power? Luna is just gonna die, and this game is gonna be taken by CES.
Oh my word, CES! Change it out of the game. This is